Finishing home day. And guess what? Chris McGimsie is here. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
He's going to show us some of the latest backsplash trends to make your kitchen pop. And you say one of the biggest trends that you're seeing right now are people sort of moving away from tile for a more modern option.
Correct. So forever and ever, people always tiled their backsplash, subway tile, mosaic tile. But what we've been seeing now in the last couple of years is people are ditching that altogether and continuing the stone countertop as a backsplash. So coming up under the countertops, you've probably seen that, going around the sides of the fume hood. And even along with that, people are wrapping that fume hood box with the same stone. So it's all continuous. It's really rich, really clean, and a really modern look. Big fan of it.
It's the rich part that I want to focus on for a second.
Correct.
Because it's not an inexpensive option to go with stone, right?
Exactly. It's not an option to save money for this type of renovation.
Yeah.
It's definitely scaling up the look and the cost.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and it's really contemporary. But there is a couple ways to save money if you do want to go with that look.
What are we talking about, though, in general in terms of cost for stone versus, say, a tile?
So a stone backsplash, for the most part, in most kitchens, you're going to have to factor in an extra slab of stone. So an extra slab of stone can be between $1,000 and $1,500 to buy the slab and manufacture it.
Right.
Tiling can be half that price.
Got it.
But the wow factor.
Oh, I know. It looks stunning.
It's crazy.
What should people know about the durability of some of these options, and tell us how we need to maybe save a little bit of money?
Okay, so we're focusing on 3 types of stone here I brought.
Yeah.
We're focusing on quartz, porcelain, and natural stones such as granite. So this is quartz. The brand name is Caesar stone, and Cambry's another one, but this is just regular quartz.
Yeah.
This is a man-made composite stone, looks like real stone, has all the veining.
It's lovely.
Super durable, really good for busy families, can take staining. Probably the least expensive of the 3. This here is porcelain. So porcelain is probably the hottest thing right now in countertop designs. A lot of the countertops here in the Cityline studio are porcelain.
Yep.
The nice thing is these slabs get really big, so they print these veinings on and get all this beautiful range of stone. This is another piece of porcelain here. It's just a little more expensive to purchase and to manufacture.
Yeah, I'm just going to show them what that looks like. So absolutely gorgeous, as you're saying, a little bit more expensive. And then if we're looking at this slab right here,
so
what is this?
Here,
I can't even pick it up.
This is by far my favorite stone right now. It's called leather granite. It's got a really sexy finish. Granite back in the day was polish or hone. This has all the textures. I love that. That's my favorite stone at the moment, so just kind of want to show that one off.
Yeah, is this the most expensive?
Of these ones, yes.
Oh, it's very heavy.
And it's an inch and a quarter thick. It's the nice stuff.
Which one do you not want to put any of your red wine spills or anything on?
I would say this one right here. This is probably the most porous.
Yeah.
So this will absorb the red wine, so stay away from that.
Yeah.
The rest of them, pretty durable. You can throw a hot pot on there. You can cut on it.
Good.
Etc.
Now, the issue might be what happens if I get a chip.
Exactly. So some of these stones, they're resilient to staining and heat, but they're not resilient to chipping. So a lot of you may know, when we do stone countertops, we do an undermounted sink, and there's always chipping around the edge of that. Maybe some of us have seen that before. You put your big Le Creuset in there, your big Lodge pot, you chip the sink. It's a nightmare. I've seen it happen right after someone's finished their kitchen. Watch the countertops. It always happens. So we're going to do a little demo here, what is to repair the edge of the countertop.
Okay, so this might look familiar to some of you out there. All those little chips that just happen from wear and tear over time. And you're going to show us how we might be able to fix that. So this is white quartz. We're just going to match the color of the epoxy. So I have white epoxy here, and we have some hardener.
And it's a pretty simple fix. You know, this is nothing more than the size of a pea or like a kernel of corn, because obviously it's going to break off. But this is a nice little way that you can repair that chipped countertop. So
you need epoxy and a hardener.
Epoxy and a hardener. And the key is you want to apply the hardener at the end, because if not, it hardens up before you can even work it. So just a little bit of hardener into the coloring. You want to match the color of the stone. So we got white hardener. And then we scrape this guy off.
And what are you using to, you use like a spackle, and then what are you using now?
Okay, I used a razor blade just to get it really clean.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard to sand it off. So we're going to let that one set 5 to 10 minutes. These are ones I've already worked on before. Then once it's set, we're going to come over with a piece of sandpaper or emery cloth. And we just work that off. You can see these ones here might need a little bit more.
Yeah.
Probably a couple stage process.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's pretty much it.
Really good. And yeah, this is what we need to know. It's the information we need to know if you're at home and you get those chips. Thank you so much for that, Chris McGimsie, fixing our countertops and Backsplash one kitchen at a time. Let's go to break. We've got more coming up.